you have to reverse because there's a curb right here, and then drive this way. And she's like, which way? And I'm just like, move, just get out of the driver's seat. Welcome to Realtor Reputation. I am Apryl Lopez.
And I'm Shannon Howard-Bisordi.
And we are so excited for this episode 6 today. We have some really good fun stuff in store for you. To kick it off, we're going to kind of talk about second home market. What does that mean here in Sonoma County? What kind of market we're living in?
What's going on with it? Is it a hot market? Is it a not so hot market?
But in addition to that, we of course have to drop like a celebrity home because
we do.
Because we love big, gorgeous mansions, and why not talk about them?
Right.
So to get started, we really appreciate you liking, subscribing, following us on all social outlets, social media, what am I thinking? Instagram, YouTube subscribers, yay, thank you.
Spotify, if you need to listen in the car. Thank you for Apryl for getting us on Spotify.
You know.
Okay, cool.
You know, it's very challenging.
We're learning.
We are learning. Yeah, it's fun though. We love it. So let's just start it off. Mom moment of the week. So Shannon, you had a really great start to your morning.
I did. I feel a little discombobulated. Anybody who knows me knows I wear my keys around my neck, usually on a lanyard, because I always lose them.
Wait, is it a Taylor Swift lanyard?
I know I need one. If you ever see one,
okay.
Just let me know. It's actually a Girl Scout lanyard. Everyone's like, you need a new one. You're not a Girl Scout mom anymore. But I feel in my heart I will always be a Girl Scout mom. And my phone and my little broke friends each have a phone. You know, they have their own, but I do not let them have Instagram or different social media sites, so they can have Snapchat because that's how teens communicate.
Oh yeah, that's the only way that they talk.
So anyways, they can have that. So Safi likes to steal my phone in the morning and look at my Instagram, and that's how she gets all of her news. And she'll be like, Mom, did you know that Kelsey and Taylor Swift were dancing last night? Or, you know, like she'll have like some story to tell me. I'm like, yeah, I saw the Instagram feed. So this morning I have like one of those, I bought myself one of those like chargers that has my watch.
Oh yeah.
My AirPods and my phone.
Yeah.
Because then I have
it's all in the same
all in one, because that was going to
spot.
help me with my life. Because my chargers were going missing. Imagine that. So anyway, so that's there, and I'm like, do not touch my phone, because she went over to like sneak it, and then she goes in the bathroom and like sneaks the Instagram. And anyway, so she left for school. I took her to school, and I came back, and my phone was gone. It was like off, and I'm like, okay, I know I didn't touch it because I was waiting for it to charge. Literally an hour searching the house. My husband came home. We're like ringing it, trying to find it, and I kept thinking I was hearing it, but it was my watch ringing, which was like. I like was almost in tears, like hyperventilating. And then I realized with my new Apple Watch, because I got a new one.
You can ping it, right?
You can, but also like I could have actually like taken my watch, because it's the better one now.
Yeah.
I don't have to have my phone. So because I have lost my phone before.
Oh, because you have service on you.
Yeah, so it's actually like a phone. And I was like, okay, so it's not the end of the world.
Yes.
But I have appointments today, so I don't, in case something happens with a client, I feel like I need to have that.
Absolutely.
So long story short, it was behind my daughter's like door. Like she must have like thrown it or put it there as she was getting dressed. But anyways.
That's the most frustrating thing is when you can't find, and it just goes to show, I mean, of course we're attached to our phones. I think most of us are.
Yes.
But especially when you rely on your phone for work.
I mean, that's my
job. You're like, I need my phone.
And it's just frustrating because for once in my life, like I know this time I didn't touch it. Like I don't like to blame my kids unless but it was literally there.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't. I'm like, okay, who was playing tricks on me? Like where, like.
Well, the start to my day was kind of interesting, I guess you could say. My daughter is driving, so she has her permit, so she drives us to school mostly every day. But my tire check light, whatever, has been coming on. And I had a nail in my tire a few weeks ago. I feel like I'm at the dealership every other week, and it's just super frustrating. I probably shouldn't admit this, 17,000 miles on my car, and it's not even a year old. I mean, that's just goes to show how much I'm in my car, right? So anyway, she's driving and my light comes on and my husband's like, you got to go take it in to go get your tire checked. And I was like, I don't have time for that. I've got appointments this morning. So, of course, I call and I can't get an appointment till the afternoon anyway. So I have to go to the gas station.
Oh, that's the worst where you have to try to like put the thing in.
Yeah, so I have to fill up, and thankfully my car's like digital, so it will tell me like
How much
versus
air.
having to put the little gauge in there and try to like figure it out. But but my daughter's in the driver's seat, so I'm like, roll down the window, and she's like, huh? So she gets out of the car, she walks around. What do you need? And I was like, I just need you to roll down the window so I can put tire or air in the tire because I'm on the passenger side.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, and then I was like, it's not reaching. So then I have to tell her like, you have to reverse because there's a curb right here. And then drive this way. And she's like, which way? And I'm just like, move. Just get out of the driver's seat. I tried
so much before like 8 a.m., right? It's like, it's not even 8 a.m.
And she's driving and she's just like, luckily we left early this morning. I was like, thanks for the observation. I really. So of course we still arrive on time, we'll call it, because we left early. But yeah. I mean, and I try not to get frustrated with my kids too, especially when Bea is driving because
we don't want to die.
She's operating a motor vehicle.
Like, this is my life.
But, I'm also, like, I have to pay attention. I'm like, you're hugging the right. You're getting really close to those cars. So I try to keep it like healthy. We'll just say she likes driving with dad versus driving with mom.
Yes, I used to like that too.
And then my husband, we're totally going off topic. And then my husband's like, well, you could drive, because we had bought her a car for when she's 16. And it's just this old POS, like it's the perfect first time
because they're going to crash into the curb. They're going to probably run into somebody or someone's going to run into them.
So then he's like, you could go take her car to work this morning. I was like, I am not going to go meet clients.
People driving to see me in that.
And mind you, it's like a 2000 Buick, like.
Is it a grandma car?
Oh, it totally is. And she doesn't really like it. It's not like cute enough. And I said, well, you need to work hard to get
what. Like spray paint it pink or something.
Yeah, well, she has a ton of like Taylor Swift stickers that she's going to put all over the back of it. And
did you ever see, like, sorry, off topic, did you ever watch Who's the Boss?
Oh, absolutely.
Do you remember when like Tony Danza gave Sam her car and it was like the yellow one, the big old like a taxi cab, and then he put like reflectors all around it? You could just tell. Yeah, he put like so like nobody would hit her. It's like the best. So we used to always tease my sister when she turned 16. Like that's what we were gonna do.
I have not thought about that show in a long time.
Put like you have to find that. I bet you can find it on YouTube. You have to put like reflectors, like the disco ball.
Oh my gosh,
for her like Taylor Swift.
I'm gonna totally do it. I'm gonna totally do it. Well, for Christmas, in her Santa and her stocking brought like a Taylor Swift. Have you seen the air fresheners? That it's a little record and it turns around as like it because it blows in the vent or whatever.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, it's cute. It's cute. So
I mean, you have to like basically like pray for your life on the way to school before 8 a.m. Mine's not that bad.
Oh yeah.
But I have to pray for my life because I live in between two schools, and the people that drive there, like we're on this like traffic committee right now because I can't believe how many kids almost get like hit every day because parents have to get from like the middle school to the elementary school, which is literally like a block away, and they're like flooring it. They're like running through crosswalks.
Oh my gosh.
So my husband, we're like trying to get some like a bike lane, like path that they can walk because it's not safe, and I want those like light up crosswalks.
Oh yeah.
But anyways, it's like a danger zone just to like.
Wow.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah. No.
And like these are children.
So
but teens driving.
Although I will say that I prefer to be in the car. Like it's so nerve-wracking because I have an older daughter, and it's so nerve-wracking when they go to driving with you all the time versus like, okay, bye. And I'm like, oh. Like
we need like
I have the Find My Friend, and I just track my kids all the time.
We should invent like a Ring camera for like the car so we can like watch them.
Oh, we should.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Does anyone else have that idea? Because
that's a good. You know what I mean? So then you're like, I saw you. No texting.
You should not be texting. You should. Well, I'm gonna make her keep the phone in the like trunk. But
that's a good idea.
Yeah. So anyway. That is...
So we both had an adventure for worry.
A day in the life. That is what that is. So...
Oh my gosh. And then do you feel like we're transitioning to spring?
Oh, yeah.
And like, how many sports do your kids play sports? I feel like I I don't know which mom hat I have to put on.
Totally. So my daughter plays softball for high school, so that's busy. At least
Do they practice after school at school though? So she just
yes.
That's so nice.
But here's the thing: is the way that the kids' school is structured is, they don't have a last period this semester because they had 4 periods last semester. So now they only have 3 periods. It's a whole chaotic.
Changing the schedule.
So my kids get out of school at 2:00. Well, practice doesn't start till 3:30, 3:45. So there's this hour and 45-minute delay of where my kid's gonna hang out.
They should go to the library and do their homework.
That's a really good option. I should tell them that.
I like that.
I do like that. Which actually I signed them up because like a student membership at the gym across the street was pretty cheap. So that's what Callan does. Bea has no desire to work out. So, he will go.
But the gym has like the little like tape. A lot of them have like you could sit in.
Yeah, she certainly could. So anyway, so I'm busy with softball and then my son transitioned from wrestling to now he's golfing. But that's a whole nother thing is because I have to pick him up and he has to go to the golf course in order to go to practice.
You mean schools don't have golf courses? Why not?
Right?
I mean,
right? So
public schools in California that don't have funding for art or music or anything, they don't have golf courses?
I should get him a golf cart that he could just drive across. Actually, I have a golf cart. I just need to go drop it off at school and just be like, hey, here's your golf cart.
My speech teacher, she like lives by one of the schools, and that's what she has like one of those like 6-person ones, and she drives their kids. I love it.
I mean, he would probably need a license.
What
if he
about an
drove
electric bike?
Well, now there's that law that went through, like you have to have a license, I think.
Oh, okay.
Plus it's golf clubs. He needs his clubs. So anyway, needless to say, all I do is between 2 and 4 o'clock is just drive around.
That's what I do.
And I feed them and
Do you have like your snacks in the car?
Well,
have like snacks.
I should have snacks in the car, but it's always like, can we go get Panda Express? Can we go to Chipotle? And I'm like, stop. No, I don't want to take you guys there. Well, and that's the difficult part too, is my kids eat lunch or after lunch, or like they eat lunch and then we have after school, like they want a full meal at 3:30 and then it's like, what do you do for dinner?
Yeah, right. Do you have a salad?
Oh no, my son will eat like 15. He's a growing teenage boy, he'll eat like 15 times a day. But
I don't know if so Abby's her first time on a traveling like volleyball team.
Oh, fun.
So
But do you go like the distance?
Well, so it's been kind of lucky. So the last 2 tournaments, there's like 1 tournament a month. And we're not on like the fully like travel every weekend because I have to work on weekends and it's hard.
Yeah.
We're busy. So they've been in Santa Rosa. So this next coming weekend, I think it's going to be probably like Palo Alto, Santa Clara, or Sacramento. I'm not sure. So we'll have to go to that, which is okay. But then I have her 2 days a week. So we have to go all the way to North Santa Rosa. Then Safi has dance class and clarinet lessons and speech and horseback riding.
Oh, fun.
So I'm like, am I a horse mom? Am I a dance mom?
Yeah.
What am I right now? Volleyball mom?
Well, and my car ends up being this like hodgepodge mess of everything. I can't go get it washed because there's so much stuff in it that I'm like, oh my God. I always feel like I'm just on the go.
That's how I feel all the time.
Yeah.
And my husband had to take my car the other day. So I had to take everything out into the car wash because if it was dirty, I would be in trouble. So I had to take it and get it cleaned. But I was like, I could fit so much stuff in this tractor.
That's when I go in my back seat and I was like, oh, let me move all of these jackets from like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Let me take all of these and go hang them up.
Collection.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And, just trying to find time for me to go to the gym and like.
You have time for you?
I mean, I try.
Good.
But that's why I go at 5:30 a.m. or
I need
7
to
o'clock
do
at
that.
night.
I need to be better. I need to get my bottom up. Because I'm too tired at night. By the time I drive around, I cook dinner, I go to work, and then I'm like, at 9 o'clock, I don't want to work out.
Well, sometimes the reason I go to the gym at night is because my kids are in sports. Then I have to pick them up.
Oh, so you have like a free time.
Well, yeah. So they obviously go to school in a different town. So if I already have to drive there, I'll go to the gym and then I'll pick them up from their sports. So anyway.
So we're busy.
We're busy. That's us.
Yeah, that's kind of like transitioning into the spring market because now work is sort of getting busy. Right?
Yeah, I feel it. I mean, do you feel it?
I feel it. It's a good thing because the last couple months, I feel like I had a really busy year last year.
Yeah.
I think you did too.
Yeah.
But then kind of traditionally, like in our old traditional way, pre-COVID,
Right.
it was always kind of, we talked about this before, like the spring market, summer market, but it had kind of been all year. So those seasons weren't really there.
Yeah.
But then I really felt it this winter because I felt like it was really slow, but I had worked so much that I kind of enjoyed the time off. I mean, I talked to clients and
I
made
totally
future
agree.
plans.
Yeah, I agree.
But now, then it was kind of like, well, we don't know, or we're waiting. And now it's sort of everybody all at once.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody wants to put their house on in the spring. Everybody wants to, be ready to move here when they're coming, like, right when school gets out. So they want to sell their house where they're at and be able to move here for the summer before school starts. And so it's a lot of juggling.
Those are the exact conversations I'm having with my clients right now, because I do have somebody who is looking to sell their house. And they're like, well, we want to wait until the fall. And I was like, well, do you want to list your house in the summertime? Because people are still going to be looking for different schools, especially if they're going to be relocating into your school district. You got to consider those types of things.
Yes, and school, school enrollment is happening right now.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think people realize, but I've had 2 clients that are from, one out of state and one, in Southern California coming up here that have kind of, per my advice, looked at different school districts because, we have so many choices here. Where does your child fit? Because, one size fits all. It's not for everybody.
Yeah.
However, it's like if you want to be in these certain schools, like you need to put your application in, whether you have a house or not.
Absolutely.
Hoping you can get in.
Yep.
Because if you wait until August, there may not be a space in 3rd grade or whatever grade. Or do you want to rent and then have to move again? Because I think the confusing part right now is I'm happy to see that it's getting, busy, but our inventory is so low still.
Oh, yeah.
So do you feel like you're getting more listing requests or more buyer requests?
So kind of both. I've had a lot of buyer consultations. I sit down with every single one of my clients before we start looking at houses, just so everybody can be on the same page as far as like what's happening.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I would probably say I'm about 50-50. I've had a ton of people who, again, I was very similar to you. I had a slower, I was very, very busy up until the end of November. And then December hit and I was kind of like, oh, I could take a breath.
Yes.
And I enjoyed that breath, but I was still making those or having those conversations and phone calls. And then all of a sudden after January 1, everyone's like, hey, I'm going to be ready. I'm going to be ready. That's great. But it's just,
It's the planning of it. And I think.
But low inventory also, like, I know things are coming, but like, then it's a matter of, well, I'm not really ready yet. It's going to be all at the same time, which is going to be spring break.
It's all going to be on spring break. And
that's because I'm taking a vacation.
Always plan a vacation if you're slow. No matter what, that's when it happens.
It's
and
always.
Everybody that I'm talking to is like, yeah, May, June. Well, May is like the 100 days of May. I'm sure like teachers refer to it, as that.
Oh, yeah.
Parents, and I have 2 girls graduating from 2 different schools, from 8th grade transitioning to high school. I have, family. I have one of my daughter's confirmations. I just feel like it's like all these things that we have some vacations in June, and that's when everyone's like, May and June.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's busy, and I mean,
think
for
it's
us,
going to be busy all summer this year. I don't think it can.
I feel the same way. I think, the phone conversations and the conversations I've had with clients, like, they're ready to go. Some houses need a little work, so we're just working on those timelines as far as like painting and any remodeling and that sort of thing that they want to do to get their house on the market. But I have a feeling, May I think is going to be cray.
Cray. I think it's going to be like the 100 days in May real estate.
Well, plus people are projecting a rate drop, which I always say you can't time it. There's no timing anything. Those buyers really should be looking for houses right now, because once that rate drop happens, it's going to be
mayhem in May. That's what it's mayhem in May.
Oh my gosh, we should do an episode about mayhem in May.
Going to be. And I think that's what I've been talking to my clients about, because a few of them, I'm happy because I have mixed feelings. I don't like the craze where you're, having to overbid and compete with 500 people and you're going hundreds of thousands over. However, when that rate drop comes, we've talked about this a million times, there's all the people, waiting to go. And those people that are, contingent may not get a house. And a lot of my clients are going to be contingent because they're selling houses where right now they're taking contingent offers.
Yes.
But in May, you may not get your contingent offer accepted.
That's so funny that you say that because I have a huge uptick in contingent offers right now. People who are looking to sell their house to buy a house. So you have to write a contingent offer. And some people, if you're in a crazy, crazy market, it's going to be,
So I've
hard.
been counseling my clients about, look at a HELOC so you have a down payment. Look at a bridge loan if you need to. Look at selling your house sooner and then negotiating a rent back for 3 or 4 months if you can on the other end.
Yeah, I agree.
Because that's, unfortunately, it doesn't matter if they have a lot of money. If it's contingent and somebody else walks in and it's not, they may not get it.
No, I agree. Right now is the market for a contingent. I have 2 in contract actually right now that are contingent and, they're selling their house to buy a house. So I don't know.
A kind of a crazy one that people may not have even heard of because it's kind of been a long time. But I even had a seller willing to do some short-term seller financing until somebody could sell their house.
Oh, really?
And they were willing to do that for 6 months. And that's something that couple of years ago they would be like, are you crazy?
Yeah.
So there's some good options out there right now, and I think take advantage right now while there's not the competition.
Yeah. And I think really it's just the education as far as start the conversations with your agent or with Shannon and I, because it's starting the conversation just so you can really have a good understanding of what the market is in the transition of markets where those will put you.
And last but not least, just to reiterate, don't be afraid to talk to a lender.
Totally.
They're going to help you. They could help you fix your credit. If you need to work on a couple things, they could help you, figure out which assets to liquidate or not liquidate. Plan. There's so many things that they're like your, financial planner.
Right.
But don't find your dream home and then walk in and not be approved or have those finances available.
Absolutely.
Because it doesn't cost you anything to have those conversations. It's free.
It's totally
free.
right.
We consult for free. They consult for free. So why not be prepared?
And sometimes your lender will advise you to take 6 months to focus on a certain, part of your finances or whatnot. So I agree. Yeah, we're on the same page. Look at us. Okay, well, let's jump into our next section, which is our Swifty Sell of the Month. And for this one, it's actually highlighting a gorgeous home that was built in 1790.
Wow.
It sits in the Hamptons, and it is Alec Baldwin's home. It's gorgeous. It actually just had a huge price reduction, which I'll tell you about in just a second. But some of the features, it's 7 bedrooms, 9 bathrooms, over 10,000 square feet. It sits on a 10-acre lot. Again, it's built in 1790. It's just fully updated, of course, because it's Alec Baldwin's house.
And it's in the Hamptons.
It's amazing. But he just did a huge price reduction of $10 million. So it originally was listed for $29 million, and now it's $19 million or right around there. So
totally buy it.
I wish.
Right?
I wish. I've never been to the Hamptons.
Me neither, no, but my best friend lives in New York, and her sister have this dream to, own a beach house one day. And so if she ever buys her beach house, we're going.
Oh, like I want to be invited on this trip.
She's amazing. But yes, that's my dream. I always have wanted to go to the Hamptons.
Oh, absolutely. Like it's a bucket list.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. So a few things that I want to highlight about Alec Baldwin, which I think it's actually really funny because we had talked about, if you went back a few episodes, I think it was episode 2. Marky Mark. But we had talked about, would he do a video walkthrough? So I actually thought it was funny as I was investigating this is Alec did a video walkthrough.
Why would you want him to give the tour, right? It's kind of like that special video. He knows all the ins and outs and the deets of his own house. Do you remember the show MTV Cribs?
Oh,
it's kind of like, come into my crib.
And to highlight, to hopefully get somebody to purchase it. But I don't know. I just thought that was funny. So you can go, if you want to Google it, it's on YouTube.
Yeah, we can put the link too.
Yeah, we absolutely can. But it highlights the home. So I thought that was funny because it is a selling point. I think the fact that it's a celebrity home and you're buying that.
But just to know, we don't want every seller to get their own video walk.
No, No, celebrity homes.
Celebrity.
So if you're a celebrity and you want us to sell your home, let's do a video walkthrough. But otherwise,
Leave it up to us.
yeah. I'm actually really good at the
You are.
videos.
You're getting like,
I'm getting more comfortable behind the camera.
You're doing good.
Yeah.
I have not attempted one of those yet.
You should.
I know.
I think it's a good thing to highlight
Maybe
a
next
property.
time.
This was my 2024 year. My goal for this year is I'm going to do a video walkthrough for every single one of my listings that I have. Because before it was kind of like, well, maybe not. So we'll see.
Well, you're definitely inspiring.
Thank you. It's fun. I like it. So back to Alec's house. It
Two
has
swimming pools, or is that a hot tub?
no, it's a hot tub.
Wow.
So you'll see the photos and all that good stuff, but it's gorgeous. But what I wanted to talk about is the price reduction of $10 million.
I mean, if you're like doing math, that's like $1 million homes. That's like 20 condos here. It's a couple nice vineyards. There's a lot of things you could do with $10 million.
Yes, absolutely. But I just think it's funny because this is a second home to him.
Mm-hmm.
And something that we see in Sonoma County is sometimes we do have second home markets. So Healdsburg will be one of those.
Rushing River, Bodega Bay,
Right.
Sea Ranch, Napa, those are in Sonoma. Those are kind of our main second home markets. And during COVID, those markets were on fire. Like people were buying second and third homes, millions over asking. Like,
With a pool.
With a pool.
Yep.
Oh, yes, definitely had to have land and a pool.
Yep.
And now we're kind of seeing those second markets kind of take a very big halt and a slowdown.
Yeah.
We have Vanguard offices up in the river in Healdsburg, and I've actually sold some homes in Healdsburg, and I was so excited to get this listing. And it was like, as soon as I got the listing, the rates like went way up, and like the whole Healdsburg area just like halted.
Yeah.
And I was like, what's going on? Like, I have my listing up here, and it's not like Petaluma.
I remember that.
Selling.
I remember that.
And it was
When you were out there with your blow up in the backyard.
I made like a pool. Like, it was really cool.
Yeah.
I was trying everything, and it was a beautiful home, and I just couldn't figure it out. But it was that second home market that's depending on the town you're in, that really makes a difference. And I feel that a lot of people, even that moved here, not on second home, but that wanted we have a lot of like really cool farmhouses that were redone, and then just people never even lived in them because they lived maybe for a month or two, and then they were told they had to go back to like Silicon Valley and go back to work, and the commute was too much. So those were unloaded as second homes too. And you can get a pretty good deal right now in Healdsburg or the river. So if you're looking for a vacation home, something that you had to overbid a lot, you can get it asking or even under.
Absolutely. So especially too, because a lot of those markets are in the luxury market. So it's different than just regular Sonoma County, listings.
Right.
There are different
demographics that are looking for that.
Absolutely.
And I thought it was also kind of interesting because where we live, and people may not know this, due to the fires and the complaints and ordinances of like VRBOs and Airbnbs.
Yes.
There are like Healdsburg restricts them.
Yes.
There are certain areas Sonoma has put a moratorium on them, so you can't get permits. So people that were buying them for businesses, you can't do that.
Right.
So that also
and everybody watches TikTok like, oh, I'll just VRBO my second home. Well, there are definitely restrictions to that. So you definitely need to make sure you talk to an expert for sure.
But that's an important thing, is you do need a permit.
You do. You do.
So in case you didn't know.
Yes. Awesome, possum. Well, that kind of is our show for today.
That's our show for today.
So we just want to say again, thank you for subscribing to Realtor Reputation. We really, really do appreciate you. And
with that said, we look forward to a few upcoming episodes. April and I are going to take some field trips.
Yes. It's going to be so much fun.
We are. Yeah, we're going to take some field trips. So stay tuned and enjoy the rest of your week.
Sounds good. Bye, guys.